Okay, evening folks. Welcome back to the channel, and a long time no see, but anyway, we back. Right, life happens, as they say. What we're going to do tonight, we're going to carry on with our brickwork, and what I'm actually going to do is we're going to lay some bricks tonight. So do a bit of a mix, and and we'll mold some bricks, as it were, or lay some bricks, as it were, as they say. Okay, and anyway, coffee's on the boil. Cheers. Right, and what I want to do is, if I just bring you down here quickly and have a look. If you have a look down there, and you'll see over there that I'm busy with the diorama, and I've laid some bricks. We'll get a little bit of light on there, and then also I'm not quite finished yet, and still busy with some bricks. So that's how I use the bricks. That's one way of using the bricks, and obviously you can also use them as a little pile of rubbish. So this diorama is not nearly finished yet. So we're still in the throes of it, but as we go along, I can show you the finished product as well. Right, let's get on. Let's push on to tonight. So what we've got our polyfiller, okay, and we've got our crucible that we're going to mix, and then we've got our brick dust. So let's get you down here, and we can see exactly how we're going on. Right, so what we're going to do here now, and remember folks, this is all on a budget. Everything you can get every day, all day, and this is what we use. And like I said to you with the brick dust, this is the fine brick dust that I've got here, and it's nice to mix it. It makes a nice texture that I use on the drill. I showed you in the last video. We've got our template here and our piece of glass. Oh, one other thing we must just get quickly, just stand by. Okay, back. Got to get a bit of our release agent, our spray and cook. So what we're going to do is I'm going to spray some of that on a little bit of toilet paper, and then we'll just rub that on. Okay, we're just going to rub that over here a little bit, like that. I'm going to rub a little bit on here. You don't want to coat the thing, you just want to rub it so that it can release. And then also on the actual mold itself, you just want to rub a little bit in there, and it makes it a little bit easier. Right, let's just blow that away. There we go. Okay, you can see what we're going to do here. Right, let's get a mix going, and just put that one side there. Okay, right, coffee smells good, man. Alright, here we go folks. We're going to mix up some polyfiller. We'll put some polyfiller in, and we'll just go with a smallish, not a small mix, but just a little mix. We don't want to mix too much. And now we're going to put some of our brick dust in. Okay, I've got a bit of water on standby. I'm going to add a little bit more brick dust to this one. Okay, there we go. Right, let's put our polyfiller one side. Okay, put our brick dust one side. Right, and what we're going to do is we're going to get our bonding liquid. Okay, there's our bonding liquid. That's our keystone that I was telling you about. Okay, now what we're going to do, we'll get that open. That's a bit messy there. That's fine. The bonding liquid, don't let it lie around, because it can get a bit sticky, and it does get sticky. That's why it's called the bonding liquid. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit in here, and we're going to get our mix going. Okay, wipe that off, put that one side, and we'll get our mix going. You see, we'll get our paste going. Let's mix it up slowly. Okay, you see you've actually got a nice color coming through there, and we get another little bit more. That's it. Okay, mix that up. We might have to add a little bit more. We got a bit too much. We'll add a little bit more polyfiller, a little bit more brick dust. So that's fine. As I said, we'll go along. can be a little bit messy, but it's fine. Get that up to a nice paste. See the nice color there, folks. Lovely color. You can see that color, nice bricky color. Okay, it's also nice and gritty. We can add a little bit more brick paste to that because let's add a little bit more there, make it nice and red. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now we're getting it up to a nice paste. Okay, you also don't want it too stiff. Okay, that's it. Get that. You must mix it up nicely, folks. Otherwise, if you don't mix it up nicely, then it's not going to. You're not going to get a nice consistency. Okay, let's just get that up here and waste that. Put that in there. There we go. Okay, let's get that up nicely. And remember now, once you've set this, once you've put this in the mold, you've got to let it dry. I mean, it must, I always say, things have got to, modelers, you know what, let's just get you back up here again. Modelers tend to, I've noticed, and especially lately on Facebook, I've noticed, modelers tend to rush things. And you can't rush anything when it comes to modeling. There's no such thing as, you see guys talking about saving time and cutting corners and, I read somewhere, I don't know where I read it, but where a guy puts all his sprues, like he's got 5 models on the go. Now you'll have to spray all those. Yeah, okay, sure, maybe you think it's saving time, but that's not, this is a hobby. Unless, of course, you are one of these guys that do these so-called commissions or whatever, and then you've got somebody telling you they want 5 models of that, and maybe you've got a production line going. That's also possible. Anyway, but for those of us out there who are just genuine amateur modelers like myself, and it's a hobby, and you enjoy the history, and you enjoy just going to close the bonding liquid here, and you enjoy just relaxing behind your workbench. That's where, in actual fact, model building is all about wasting time. That's what it's all about. So take your time. Take your time with your mix. Take your time when you're doing painting. Take your time. I just feel today it's always rush, and it's this and that. Once you're behind your desk, take your time. So what? If you spend 3 hours doing, let's say, like we're talking bricks, just doing one course of bricks. So what? Who cares? So, folks, when I say take your time, I seriously mean take your time, okay? That's just a few pointers. That's just in my opinion. But model building and scale model building, it's a hobby. It's all about taking your time, especially when you're doing like your painting, your figures, etc., etc. You just relax, chill, and that's what. Don't rush it. There's no such thing as saving time. I don't know what this thing is, but anyway, there we go. Right, let's get you back down here again. Okay, so we've got our mix going there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to spread it out. Okay. We're just going to mix it a bit more. I like to get the mix thorough. It must be pretty thorough. Oh, coffee's good tonight, man. Must be nice and thorough. Okay. Now what we can do is we can get yourself an old business card or something, and you can then spread it in. Okay, what we're going to do is now we're going to pour it onto the mold. Okay, we just pour it over the mold like that. If you can see that, I'll just move this back a little bit here. Pour that over the mold. It's got a nice color to it. Okay, get that over the mold like that. They got a nice gooey mess. Okay, there we go. You're going to have excess. There's no two ways about it. So you will get used to the amounts that you're going to make, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so there we go. So we put that in there like that. Now we're going to spread it out. Put that one side. You just take your business card and you just work it in there. Just work it in there nicely. Okay. You must get it right inside there. And folks, I can't stress more and more how this must dry. You've got to let this dry. If it doesn't dry, then you're going to have a problem. Okay, so now what I do is at this point, once I'm getting it down, I like to take one of my big dog clips, and what you do is you lift your glass, okay, and you get that clamped down on one side there, so you keep it a little bit firm, okay, like that, so that keeps it nice and steady, and you start working it into those gaps like that. You must get all the bricks, and you just work it up and down, and you can eventually you're gonna have excess, okay, so just bear in mind. And what I do with the excess, I let it get hard, and you use that as rubble, okay, so you can crush it up as rubble or just leave it as a lump, so never waste anything. So work that in there, just work it right all over. Okay, so that's how you get it. And now what you can do, you can lift that up, and you get your crucible back there, and you can scrape off the excess. Okay, and just scrape it off like that. Okay, and you get it nice and firm. Now you don't throw that away, you keep all that. Okay, there like that, there like that, and then once you cleared it out, you can touch it up. See, it's already starting to set, folks. Okay, you keep that like that, and what you do is nice and messy, but you just make sure that you get it at all the bricks. Okay, keep it all nice like that. And what I do is I like to dip it in a bit of water just to keep it nice and smooth, just to keep it like that. Okay, toss that business card away. Get ourselves another one. Keep it nice. Look at that. Look at that. See, now we're getting them full. Okay, look at that. Look at that, folks. Okay. See. See, keeping it like that. There you go. There are your bricks. See your bricks? Okay. Now what you want to do is, you actually don't want to disturb them. Okay. So they're going to settle a bit. Now, the secret is to let that dry a little bit. Okay. So this is what I'm telling you now, what needs to happen. I'm not going to, we need to let that dry, like that, let that settle a bit. It does settle a bit. And then what I do is, just as that's starting to get dry, then you take a little bit and you just rub it over gently. It's almost like crumbly. Then you rub it over gently, and that sort of almost like seals it on the top. And now, folks, that's how we make the bricks, and this is how we lay the bricks. Okay, it's quite simple, it's quite effective. You can go onto the net and you can have a look, and you can see those brick molds that I was telling you about. I mean, they cost an arm and a leg. You can pick up these. You can go onto my group, or onto my Facebook page, my group, Kent's War Room. Go and have a look there. You can make inquiries. I can sell these, especially if you're in South Africa. I can sell these molds, and I'll tell you what, they are so simple, and it's such an easy system. And there on those groups as well, I mean on those sale items, when they sell those silicon molds, they've also got what they call a mixture that you can use to make the bricks. They also sell the mixture. Man, I saw on there, I think it was 20 grams or 30, or let's say 50 grams for that matter, and they were selling that like for 18 and 20 pounds. I mean, that's ridiculous, especially when you got to bring that stuff. I don't know about South Africa, but I think they but it's expensive. So I can make perfect bricks, and I'm using stuff that I've got, and it cost, the only thing was the mold. I'll make the mold, so if you want to get any molds from me, you're more than welcome to get them from me. You can contact me and I can sell you one or two, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, that's for bloody sure. Okay, so folks, there we go with the bricks. I've shown you the diorama. You can the little diorama that I'm doing. That building's still far from finished, and I'll show you the end product. But that's how we do the bricks. Next video I'm going to do the follow-up is going to show you how we're going to take the bricks out once they dry. But this is going to take 3 to 4 days. So I would say, let's say it's Wednesday, today, Thursday, Friday. By the weekend, we should be able to push them out. But they've got to dry, and don't put them in direct sun. Put them in a place that's fairly drafty. And that can get a bit of air. Don't put it in a humid or a damp area if possible. And direct sunlight's also not going to help, because that does make it dries it too quickly, and then it makes it brittle. Anyway, folks, it's a short video tonight just to show you about the bricks, and it's nice to have you back. And if you like the video, hit the like button. If you think it's fair enough to share it. Those of you who haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And the next one's going to be how we take the bricks. And once again, thanks for watching. Cheerio. Have a good evening.